internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This could have been a 30 or a 40-minute video really breaking down the three different structures that the ISDA organization laid out. But we're going to keep it, to Sunday. We're going to try to keep it under 14 minutes. But this is monumental. Shout out to Cypress for bringing this to my attention. The timeline, everything here just adds up perfectly, and this is not a coincidence. Ripple has the solution to their pain points, and it is monumental, and I'm going to show you right now. 7 months ago, Ripple had an integration with ISDA, and now we're just open to $1.2 quadrillion of exposure. April 4th, 2024 of this year, Ripple came out with their stablecoin. And a couple weeks later down the line, around 3 weeks, ISDA came out, and here we have ISDA on Ripple on ISDA website. ISDA came out May 21st, guidance for memorandum of law examining the validity and enforceability of collateral arrangements using the ISDA model provisions for tokenized collateral. This is huge. I mean, wait until you hear this. So here we have it. Here's the first page of the 12-page PDF. International Swaps and Derivatives Association. This is huge. The model provision are intended for use by parties transferring tokenized securities, DLT securities, or stablecoins, DLT cash, and together with DLT securities, tokenized collateral that utilizes distributed ledger technology.
You mentioned there are other potential applications of Ripple's technology beyond cross-border payments. What are some of those applications and use cases that you're exploring?
I'm not going to give away everything that we're working on, but the way I think about this is that any transaction that has a middleman, any transaction that requires someone to kind of commute the trust between the transaction with security settlement, insurance settlements.
And if we continue on down to the PDF, they lay out three structures here: barrier structure, registered structure, and claim structure. And I'm not going to go into detail on all of them. I did do my due diligence on each structure and see, where Ripple XRP can assist with this, because they do mention they have pain points. But what stands out here under descriptions for the registered structure, the claim structure, it says rights determined by reference to DLT-based system controlled by the issuer or a third party acting on its behalf. Okay, and same with the claims. Well, take a look at how this plays out here. So the third party operator role is what we'll call it. Ripple could act as the third party operator in a DLT-based system. Ripple provides a blockchain-based payment protocol and infrastructure that can be used to record and transfer various types of digital assets, including XRP. XRP can serve as the token used within this system to represent rights or entitlements to other assets, such as debt claims, bonds, cash sitting in accounts. Ripple's platform could enforce rights and entitlements using smart contracts and other blockchain-based mechanisms. This is going to be a collaborative approach, right? An effort. Ripple can act as the principal rather than an agent of an issuer, managing the DLT-based system independently while providing necessary services to users.
The potentially fast and wide adoption of a global stablecoin, potentially a global currency governed only by the incentives of a private company, is something that will deserve and will receive the highest level of regulatory expectations.
And now it's just all starting to make sense perfectly, right? Ripple's technology can be employed to facilitate the settlement of security transactions where XRP token might represent ownership or claim to the underlying asset. The system would record these entitlements on the ledger, with Ripple's ensuring the integrity and functionality of the platform, which is, remember what I said in yesterday's video, up and running for 12 years, and that is, they hold that as a badge of honor. And you guys are all well educated now where Ripple caters to, right? This is not a speculative asset. This is an asset that actually has real, use case that these banks can actually leverage and the world can leverage, right? This is the internet of value we are unlocking.
Relatively speaking, fixed supply, and you have increasing demand. And when endowments and institutions, Joey and I sat in a meeting not that long ago with, some of the largest institutional money in the world trying to get smart about crypto. They owned zero on that day. I don't know if they do today. But as they enter the market, you have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen.
And if we take a look at this diagram here, as you guys could see, we have the operator, issuer under claim structure, and we also have the bearer structure as well. So if you guys are interested in taking a look at this, the link is in the description down below, but they come out with this a couple weeks after Ripple, comes out with their stablecoin. And now they're looking to see how this is all going to work out. And remember what Ripple said just 2 days ago. It's our ambition to be the #1 digital asset infrastructure provider for financial services. We envision being a one-stop shop for enterprises that want the benefits of integrating blockchain into their business but don't have the expertise, resources, or interest in building and maintaining the technology in-house. This is some incredible times to be living in. And remember, since day one, this is from Ripple, and this just speaks 1,000 words right here. This 2 sentences. Since day one, we have taken the long-term view and intentionally focused on working with financial institutions, regulators, and policymakers to transform the legacy system from the inside out. It is our ambition to be the #1 digital asset infrastructure provider for financial services. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But we're talking quadrillions of dollars. We're talking unlocking the internet of value, moving it on the blockchain, and 99.9% are just kind of acting all blind to this. They're not taking this seriously. But when this all kabooms and the kaboom moment is coming, it'll be too late. They're going to be paying premium prices for XRP. Remember, XRP was at, 40 cents a couple weeks ago. Now they're paying 15 cents premium, give or take. And, as slowly everything starts moving up, people aren't going to afford these assets. These are going to be like some very high valuable, you could reference them to stocks, right? These are going to be unaffordable to your average individual.
What about if these financial institutions adopt blockchain? What kind of setbacks are they facing?
Yeah, so let's look at today, right? So in some way you can today think of there is forest fire in cryptos, right? And I personally am a fan of forest fires because they essentially enable the ground to get clear and for the weeds to essentially get burnt so that the strong trees can survive. So let's take an example of 2001, right? In 2001, pets.com, essentially they did not have a viable business model. They got wiped out. If you look at, for example, Enron, if you look at WorldCom, a lot of frauds came out. And exactly the same thing is happening in the crypto world as well. As the interest rates are rising, the cost of capital is rising. Anybody who was doing the leverage trades essentially are getting wiped out, and it could be due to fraud or it could be due to a bad business model. So from my point of view, what we essentially see, institutions which we are building business models for long term, enabled through technology, are then able to move forward. And like Facebook, like Google, they would be the new Web3 companies whom we would look back after 5 years and say, wow, wasn't that great?
And always remember to keep it safe. And today is the last day for these codes. 24 hours crypto, link in the description down below. We have the Descent wallet. up to $130 off. Okay, so once you guys click the link, make sure you guys see the 24 Hours Crypto exclusive discount page. So the discount gets applied. If you don't want to use this link, you don't have to. The price is different without this, but you do save up to $130 on a pack of 2. I highly recommend getting a pack of 2. You never know what's going to happen in the future. It's always good to have a backup. You got to have multiple wallets just to be on the safe side. You never know when you're going to need it. So with that being said, we'll be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening.
Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.